Hello guys, this is Gavin from Gavin's Club, and welcome to another video. Now I'm so sorry I haven't make any upcoming videos. With Sunday being Easter, and with me starting driver's ed, it's kind of making some time as well as me coaching, so it's hard. But I wanted to bring to you something that came up. I was wondering, normally. I see, normally your computer updates once a week, when Microsoft sends updates. And I realized, um, man, my computer hasn't done any updates for a couple months. And I went to settings. Now, I fixed this problem, but just to let you know, went to settings, I went to update and security, and it didn't have this. It didn't have this box for check for updates. It didn't have this box that check for updates. And truthfully, the screen didn't look like it. What it said was there was an error message up here. There was a message up here that said update Windows Defiant. You need to update Windows Defiant. Um, you need to update Windows Defiant, and there was a code, and I couldn't see it. And then I looked up. Then I clicked on my update history. Now, when I did my update history, there was no update. None of it had been updated. So I was working on old problems. And without no updates, I was running into some problems with a couple of my applications that I run. And I was actually having some problems running OBS Studio 18 point with it because everything was updated. Couldn't figure out. I didn't look it, and it said Windows Definer, and then it said Windows Definer update. Okay, so what I did was I went to I know what Windows Definer is. I went to my control panel and I typed in Windows, typed in WINDOS. I went to Windows Definer, which if you go to your control panel, you can find it. I went right here, and that little icon right here, if you left click on it, it'll bring up Windows Finder. So if you go, you can type in DE. Maybe it's not up here. Nope. The new update. The new update is not here. So the new update changed a lot of different settings. So you have to really realize. Um, but what I did was I went to control panel and I was trying to find. I went to control panel and I was trying to find Windows Definer, and I did it. And what happened was in the Windows Definer, um, right here, the Windows Definer did not look like this whatsoever. Um, was really out of date. Virus, death, firewall, network protection, apparatus control, family options, and you know, protection updates. And what was happening is this thing didn't have an update. So the Windows Definer didn't have an update. So I'm like, all right, so this thing's not having an update. It's a Windows Definer, and this thing hasn't updated for 6 months. So I was wondering. So what I did was I figured. Now Windows Definer scans for any viruses, threats, or anything for Windows. If I was thinking, if the Windows Definer isn't updated, if the Windows Definer isn't updated, then nothing's all update. So what I did was I went to this update, and this update took 3 hours. 3 hours. Once I did this update, I did a Windows 10 update. I went to Windows, type in Windows. I went to Windows 10 Upgrade Assist, and I click on Windows Upgrade Assist, because what this does is this is an application that forces update, that checks update outside of your Windows. So I click on that, and it said that I needed to do a update. I needed to install a whole brand new version of Windows. So I did that, and a whole new version of Windows needed to be installed. So once the update and security, once the Windows Definer did its update, and I was doing the Windows 10 Assist update, which that took 6 hours. So if you haven't updated, if you realize that your Windows has not been doing any updates lately, make sure your Windows Definer is updated. That could be your number one problem. And the second problem is sometimes you want to force that update. Sometimes you want to force the update. And the really good reason and the really good application to force that update is the Windows 10 Upgrade Assist, which if you go to Google and type in Windows 10 Upgrade 6 EXE, it'll pull right up to Microsoft and allow you to download that. Now I was downloading, and the reason why it took a while, first off, it took a while, is because it was downloading a whole new version of Windows. Now this is a brand new version of Windows, which changed. Windows Definer was in your control panel before, so it was harder to, it's harder to get access. Now Windows Definer doesn't want to be in your, so now they put the Windows Definer, they put the Windows Definer right here on this tab, right here. It's always here, you can't. So it's vetted into that with the new update, so that's good. And then once I figure out that update, I went to update my history, and now I'm getting all the updates. Now, once the new version of Office Microsoft comes out, once the new version of Microsoft came out, then I realized, alright, now there's updating, because what was happening is the Windows Definer was stopping the updates through this, because the settings and the Windows updates for Windows 10, it was set for the newer version, and I was on the older version of Windows. So then Windows 10 Upgrade Assist will come in handy, because Windows 10 Assist is a force it to go to the new Windows. Once I did that, it came right on here. Came right here. And it went right to it. And now I have all this. And then the new version needs to do updates. And that's great. And it tells me what happened. I have a couple failed because I think maybe I lost internet connection. But then when just to let you guys know, if you guys are using an older operating system, OBS will stop working, so you need to uninstall OBS and reinstall it, and everything will work. So far, I'm catching up with the updates. It takes a while. But the couple of new looks of the new updates. Now, this whole thing right here is kind of new. The gaming section in this new Windows 10 OS, the gaming is totally new. The Aziz of the access is totally new. The privacy, everything was updated. One of the main features this new version of Office has is a tablet mode. So if you have a Surface, and also if you are having troubles installing apps through the Windows Store, and it's taken a very long time for an app, like 6 or 7 hours, it's because you're using old Windows. So get the new Windows 10 by, if you can't, go to the settings, go to update. If you can't, make sure that Windows Definer is updated, and if you need to force Windows 10 to update through the Windows 10 Upgrade Assist and do all the updates. I know it's a very long process, but that's how you can get this new OS. And it was frustrating. I'm like, man, I haven't seen an OS system. And the reason why I haven't seen any updates was because my Windows Definer wasn't updated. And I was on an OS system, which they changed all the menu. So this is not compatible. The updated security is not compatible. So I need to get this compatible, and one of the great reasons how to do it is get Windows 10 Update Assist. Control panel, if you left click on your Windows button right here, a lot of this menu has changed from the old Windows 10 version. This is Windows 10.1 Home. So this is Windows 10.1 Home. Apps and features, mobile lead center, power option, event. So they gives you a lot. But one of the options is not here is programs and figures is not there. But what they did add was Task Manager. So if you're having a problem, you need to close out applications, instead of you have to hit Control Alt Delete, you can just go to that Windows button, left click, and go to Task Manager. It's easier. Setting, search, run. The run button, same thing. Run button was hard. The run button you have to, if you hit the Windows key and the R, you can go up to run. Desktop, right here. Boom. Okay. Everything's more. Your calculator here. Your calculator did some updates. A lot of your apps did some updates. So the new version of Windows is quite better. Now, if you do go to your computer and you do go to here, it does say Windows 10, but instead of saying Windows 10, it said Windows 10 Home. So now I'm running, sorry, not Windows 10, my bad. It's running Windows 10 Home. Older versions will be running Windows 10. So if you're running on a Windows 10, you might need to update. If you can't get the update your Windows Definer and download Windows 10 Upgrade Assist, and that's going to get you right into the new Windows 10 Home. My bad. So Windows 10 Home is a new operating. Don't worry. If you go to the brink, it'll bring you up to like how you set. You have to agree to the service. You have to update everything. Everything's gonna be updated. Once you get to this version, you'll have more updates. So to get this version with all the updates for everything that you have on your laptop, it's going to take quite some time. Okay. The update between Windows Definer and Home Windows 10 Assist, you can do both of them at the same time. That's to take 6 hours. Then there's one step is the upgrade. To get the upgrade, you have to do another. That takes around 2.5. And then you have to do another update. That'll take another hour. So it's a good 10 hours. A good 10 hours to get this thing upgraded to Windows 10 Home. Okay. Your OneDrive did change too. Remember, it was 2 separate. But this one is kind of keeping it a little bit neater. Windows Media Player. Now, once you first start, load everything back up. Windows 10 Home is a lot quicker operating system than Windows 10. I'm gonna tell you something. Windows 10 is really coming a long way from the first original update. With the updates, the store, Windows Store. This is coming a long way too. Now you can have a PC that can run apps and applications is a great thing. It's a great thing to have. Okay, great thing to have. Google Earth. A lot of my apps are finally doing it, updates, printers. But once you get to Windows 10 Home, it's a change. Some people, you're not going to see one change. Heavy users who use their PC on a regular basis, who run certain tasks with apps, with applications, with realizing a couple of these settings, you're not going to notice it. Now, I only been using it for 2 days, and it's running a little smooth. Now, of course, Windows Store right now, it's jammed right now because the Windows Store is doing quite the update still. But I just want to give you this video talking about the new Windows 10 Home operating system. I'll go deeper into a video on Windows 10 Home. See, this is still loading. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. This is Gavin Club. See you guys in the next video. Peace out. Peace out.